Earth's ascension has to do with the collective of all the souls, of all the beings, including the non-human aspect of your planet as well. So it's not just about humans. Transcending the idea of the limitation, the idea within your world of things that create limitation, such as gravity and time and the limitations of physicality that you exist within. And it's living into a greater fullness of who you were intended to be. For it's in a sense a distortion that's been placed within and on the energetic consciousness within the planet and all that exists there, to think that one needs to plod through time, to be earthbound in this heavy physical body, if you will. But that ascension is living into the reality of who you were to be as an energetic being of light, living into a greater consciousness of oneness. And that's what we view ascension to be. And what is it? Ascending to greater levels, to higher heights, if you will. From a physical perspective, one would say ascending to more. And the way we see it is breaking past the limitations of physicality and living into the light body and the experience you have as you connect to that more, that you haven't lost, you've forgotten. One way to describe it is a gradual waking up, an awareness that, in a sense, there's more out there. There's more than what you've experienced, yet it's really propelled and compelled by the soul's growth and the soul's expansion, if you will, into a greater expression of its reality. So those on the planet who are striving for and aware of and conscious of ascension are souls who are ready to do that. And we don't say that relative to again, stratifying experiences and stratifying better or worse or higher or lower consciousness. The truth is the soul is animating every single being on the planet. And so as you stratify, you disrespect, in a sense, the intelligence within the soul to provide the most appropriate experience for itself in that moment. So are there souls on the planet who are not ready to hear about ascension because they are fully engaged with the earth experience, which is most appropriate for their soul? Yes, of course. So there are souls also who have been there, done that, as you would say, on this realm, in this time and space dimension, and are ready to move on to a new expression. And so they are ready. Their soul is talking to them, if you will, from the human perspective about what's next. And so those souls who are striving for what's next, what's beyond the realm of the earth plane, they're the ones who are reaching out and saying, there's got to be something more. And so those are the souls who are assisting in bringing down the idea of ascension, of transcendence of the limitation, of breaking through, of knowing and understanding that there's something more out there that is more satisfying, more loving, more joyful, more peaceful, all the things that the soul yearns for, yearns to express in its nature, can break through the limitations of the plane in which it's been living and express itself fully. Well, the very, very end goal of all of it is oneness, where all that is ceases to be individuated anymore, and all is back into that field of oneness. Yet that experience is also one of each individual soul making its way back into the collective. So the souls individuated to become all the individual experiences, and yet one by one, if you will, they return back. Yet there are so many planes of consciousness within all that is, that within the realm of time, which doesn't really exist, as many of you know, but within the realm of time, that will take a long time. So the ultimate end goal will be return to oneness. But in the process of that, it's an ever-growing, ever-expanding awareness into realms beyond which the human mind can only get a little glimmer of. And as you move into those spaces of expansion, then you get the next level of glimmer and the next level of glimmer. Yet understanding that those ideals that the human is always striving for, of peace, love, harmony, respect, understanding, joy, and transcendental love, gets to be experienced at a greater and greater and greater level. And our soul striving for that and desiring that and knowing that one can have heaven on earth, if you will, is your soul giving you messages of where you are headed. And as you connect with the messages of the High Council of Orion and try some of the things that we suggest and have those moments of peace, of understanding, of joy, of non-judgment, of feeling brotherly love, whatever it might be, those moments can over time be hooked together more and more and more, so it's more sustainable. And do we disseminate far more information than any one human being can embody and do? Yes, absolutely. So as we disseminate information, as we share our messages, we don't expect every single human being to connect with and assimilate and incorporate everything we say. So for those many of you who are now blaming yourself for not incorporating everything, we ask you, as we have said many times before, to lighten up. Enjoy whatever it is that you are doing. Enjoy what you naturally resonate with and incorporate. And knowing that there's never anything lost in the incorporation of anything. And our information and our light and our guidance is always available, so you can always reach for more when the time feels right. And we ask that each and every one of you give yourself that break, if you will, to be unconditionally loving with yourself first. And as you extend that unconditional love to yourself, pardoning yourself, being kind and gentle to yourself, you then begin to extend that love and kindness and forgiveness and allowance to others around you. And this is the most basic way to live into this future reality. And we ask that each and every one of you not take the process of ascension so seriously, Many of you are very studious and very serious and feeling very imperative about it, where it is yet another task to effort your way through. And we invite each of you to understand that your soul's allowance, your soul's expression through ease, through compassion, through love, is how ascension happens. And for those of you with ears to hear these messages, who feel resonant with it and ready to move forward and consciously embrace ascension, know that your pathway to ascension is assured. Trust that if you are ready to hear these messages, there's nothing that you can do to miss out on this opportunity, if you will. Does it mean this is the time for every soul to take advantage of this opportunity? No, not necessarily. So allow each individual soul to be in the process and the experience of their own soul's best manifestation, and be loving and compassionate and as non-judgmental as you can be for everyone and everything, knowing that ascension will happen for each and every one of you at the right moment. And so ascension is not fragile. It's a surety. And living into that understanding with peace and trust and acceptance of your soul's guidance in your life. Knowing that exactly the right moment, your experience, your awareness, your consciousness expands into the next level, the greater expression of who you are as a soul on your way back to that ultimate destination, if you will, of oneness. And each step along the way, there's joy, there's a greater expression of love. It's all good up ahead, and trusting that your soul will be there in the right time, in the right moment, allows you to expand your field now into a place where you know it's there for you. And as you expand out and feel and know that it will happen, and that your soul is guiding you down the path in exactly the right way, you open up the field for it to happen even more easily. For your fear and your worry can create constriction, which each and every one of you don't want to slow down through your constriction. So be in those places of joy and understanding and trust that it will happen. Your soul is in the driver's seat. It knows the way. So be in a beautiful heart-centered place about that, and know also that we are always in support of you. Reach out and ask. And we will enfold you in our unconditionally loving arms, energetically work with you to assist you on the path to your destiny. Be blessed. We are the High Council of Orion.